Hello, my name is Keith Smith and welcome to this video tutorial on using Vericut. This is the first in a series of tutorials that will help you understand how to use Vericut. Vericut is verification software which is used to verify two things. One, it can verify whether or not the program code is correct. This code could have come from a CAD/CAM program, or it could have been one that you written by hand. Vericut can check the syntax and make sure that all the words are correct in your program, and can also check to see if the part is being gouged or if there's excess material being left on the part. The second important thing that verification software is used for is to make sure that the program will run on a given setup in a given machine without any interference between the cutter, tool holders, fixtures, and that kind of thing. Vericut has other capabilities such as program optimization and other functions, but for right now we'll focus on verification of program and setup. We'll start out with Session 1L found in the Vericut training manual. A document was provided to you on how to use this written material. In this video I will follow step by step through the same written instructions that have been provided to you in those tutorials. Let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is open up Vericut, which I've already done. And when you open up Vericut, you're automatically taken to the CG Tech Standard project. This is kind of a cool project. It's a program that's being run on a 5-axis mill. Let me explain a little bit about what you're looking at. The screen on the right will show the full machine animation. The screen just to the left of that will show the stock and fixture in isolation of the machine. And then on the very left hand side is the project manager. We'll get to that in just a moment. Before I start this project, I want to zoom in on that machine on the right. It's a little difficult to see right now. To do that, I'm going to click in the screen, left click, and then select the magnifying glass icon with the plus key. I'm going to zoom in on this, and that's much better, although I want to get rid of this enclosure. It's still in my way. It's a little difficult to see inside here. To do that, I'm going to right click on the inside of the screen, go to Component Visibility, and uncheck Enclosure. Much better. So I want to get rid of this door as well. So I'm going to right click on the inside of the screen, go to Component Visibility, and unclick Door. So that's a lot better. I'm going to zoom in just a tad more, and then I'm ready to go. It wasn't necessary to get rid of the enclosure, it just made it easier to look inside here. So to start this machine animation, we'll hit the play button, and things start happening. I'm going to slow this down by sliding this slider to the left. And the one thing that you'll notice is that the center screen is showing the stock in isolation. Makes it appear that the tools are rotating around the stock and the stock is stationary, when in fact, as we see in the full machine simulation on the right, it is the trunnion table and the rotary table that's mounted to the trunnion table are what are rotating around the tool. So you can go ahead and watch this to the end. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and hit the pause button. If you do want to watch this all the way through to the end, and you would like to watch it again, you can do that by just hitting the reset button and then hitting the play button again. In this first session, we're going to open up a Vericut project that has already been created by Vericut. This is just to give us an idea of how Vericut works, how to run simulation. In step 1, you'll be asked to open up a particular file. To find that, you'll be under the File menu. Select Open, and then under the shortcut key, select Training. Then you're just going to have to go through the list and find Lathe, Session, Day 1, PC Project. When you find the project, select it, and then go ahead and select Open. Now the project opens for us. When we open up the project, you'll notice that we have 3 animation screens. The top one is the base view, which will show us the machine and the cut stock. The lower left-hand corner will be the view of the stock and fixture. And the lower right corner of this screen will show us the profile of the stock, but nothing will appear until we start cutting material. In step 3, we're going to go ahead and run the simulation. To do that, select the play key in the lower right-hand side of the screen, and we should see the animation begin. I'm going to pause this. Notice we're getting some error messages down here at the bottom of the screen. It says that the cutter of tool 1 has collided with the jaws, and notice that the jaws have actually turned red, where there has been some interference. That's one of the things that VeriCut is looking for. Okay, go ahead and run this to the end. So another thing we could do is we could create a new view, a window that will help us get a closer view of the collision. To do that, select the Zoom to Box key, but first right-click it and then left-click it. Zoom a box around the area where you want to create a new view, and then reset the simulation and run it again. So now we're getting a better picture of that tool running into the chuck. Okay, that's the end of this tutorial. There wasn't really that much to it. It was just an introductory tutorial to show how to run a simulation in VeriCut. Sessions 1M and 1MT are very similar, and you should be able to do them on your own. All right, thanks for watching.